Coming to you live after a good night's sleep at last. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
I'm Jordan.
And we're playing Oathsworn.
We are.
You're particularly excited because
very excited.
For our campaign so far, you've been keeping some opinions to yourself because you've seen the first two chapters.
Yeah, although in chapter 2 we went the alternate path. The alternate path.
That's true.
And so I hadn't seen any of that before.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So that was still cool to see. But I'm very excited about this chapter because I have no idea what's going to happen, and we're going to find out.
Other than you don't have any idea what's going to happen in the story. You have been working ahead painting the minis.
I have.
So you have that small glimpse of the future.
Yes.
That I don't have.
I've seen the inside of this box.
Right. Yeah. And today I get to see it. Although that'll be... I guess we've usually been busting that out at the end of the story chapter, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we'll
that's why I have it here.
Yeah, so we'll show it off, and then it'll be a separate... Next video will be when we actually encounter what's in that box.
Yes.
Presumably. Unless we do the story so well we don't have to. Maybe it just joins our party.
You know what? That would be interesting. I won't rule it out, but I will rule it out.
You don't see us battling alongside whatever's in that box?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Fair enough. Let me get this out of the way. If you enjoy our playthroughs or don't, it would help us out a lot either way if you would subscribe to the channel and hit like on the video and even drop a comment. All that algorithm stuff is
Please do.
Is the main way to support Optimal Play.
Yeah, let us know if you're enjoying this campaign, because we're on chapter 3 now. If you're watching this, presumably you've seen a few videos, and if you're enjoying it, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, and if you're not, we wouldn't love to hear about it, but you're welcome.
You're welcome to tell us.
Yeah.
Or if you have any advice about, something that we're not doing optimally, let us know.
That's impossible. Have you seen the name of the channel?
Yeah.
Never happens. Speaking of doing things suboptimally,
right?
We got to a point at the end of the chapter 2 encounter where it told us to do our loot and leveling up, the stuff you usually do right at the end, and neglected to notice that there was one more thing after that in the chapter 2 kind of epilogue. So I'm going to read us that now.
Sounds good.
And then we'll get to chapter 3.
Yeah, maybe a quick reminder on who Tam is.
Because you can see... you can see on the screen here that Tam is about to be mentioned. So Tam was the blacksmith's son who had gone missing, right?
And we saw his corpse tied up to a tree on our way into this fight. We tried to rescue him, and then he opened his mouth and screamed and alerted
so I guess
Satyr to our presence.
Wasn't his corpse at that time.
It wasn't his corpse.
But he ended up dying in the process of trying to extract him from everything he was tangled up in.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
And then we were ambushed because of him.
Yeah. Thanks, Tam.
Thanks, Tam.
Alright, well, losing the light fast, you hurry back to Bastogne. There you find Gamel the banksmith. Did I say blacksmith? Banksmith.
You did, yeah.
Banksmith, watching from the walls, awaiting your return. My boy, did you find him? There's 2 buttons to press here on we are using the app for the story. If you have Tam's locket written on your free company sheet, which we don't.
Right.
So I'm going to press the button that says otherwise.
Right.
You tell Gamel how the satyr killed his son. An uncommon anger rises in Gamel, and brokenness pours out of him. I knew he was gone. I felt it in my gut. I knew. Why didn't I go after him? That thing's still alive somewhere. I vow by my good arm I'll kill that creature. I will have vengeance, free company. I don't care how long it takes or how much blood is spilt. I'm coming with you.
Oh.
If you want to gain Gamel as an ally, gain ally card 6. Add Deepwood event card 22 to your Deepwood event deck, and City card event 19 to your City event deck.
Okay.
So it sounds... that was all with commas. Okay, so I think all of that, including the events, happen if we... It sounds like we have a choice to add Gamel as an ally, but I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think we should.
It doesn't... We don't pay an upkeep or anything based on the number of allies
Not yet,
we
anyway.
have.
Yeah.
That's right. There was the word rations dropped once or twice.
There was the word rations dropped once or twice, but I still think it's worth it. Gamel needs his revenge.
Yeah, agreed.
So we can do that in a minute.
And then it just says, the light gone from the day, you make your way back by Amber Torch. You make your way by Amber Torch back to the Broken Oak for what you hope is a dreamless sleep.
Yes.
The end of chapter 2.
Very nice. So I guess we should grab those cards really quick. Do you have the box 1?
I
thought I had it here.
I thought it was on the corner of the table somewhere, and we have...
Must have moved it back.
Moved it. So I'm just going to hit the pause button.
Sounds good.
We'll make it happen with movie magic. Okay, we've done it. I think we'll just show Gamel on the video if we use him someday.
Sure.
But he's with us now.
He's with us. He's in our backpack.
Along with a Midge the street urchin and 4 men-at-arms.
4 men-at-arms.
We got a big crew.
We do.
Yeah. All right, and while we were paused, you glanced ahead to see that we will still be in Bastogne.
Yep.
In this in chapter 3, so you've set that up. Yeah, it says, open mystery envelope A and place its contents in the center of play. Place the free company marker on the Broken Oak location, but do not place the location token on the city map. Place the chapter 3 time track beneath the map and take the path A card. Based on last time, it didn't seem like that was necessary.
No, I don't think so.
Because the app knows we're on that path.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Ready?
Here we go. Light peeks through the slats of your room in the Broken Oak, teasing you from a good night's sleep, free of nightmares. Rising, you grab your gear and head downstairs. Upon entering the main hall, there is no cheer or raised glasses for what you did. As the satyr vanished, there was no proof you could bring back to the town of your success. Without a head, there would be no pay. Except we did get iron at the end of it, didn't we? Maybe we looted the stuff that he had a bunch of odds and ends.
All the corpses.
Taken from corpses, yeah. The peace you felt you take solace, though, in the knowledge that the thing is dead or long gone from these parts. The peace you felt at waking turns to unease as you take in the mood of the hall. Patrons mutter angrily and seem to be stirring up their blood for something to come. Men and women are streaming from the inn to join a procession of others in the street, all heading the same direction. Fableman Greycane sits in a corner, wearily shaking his head. He sees you and waves you over to sit with him. He gestures to the people and pours you a morning bitter tea. Ignorance, he declares. It is clear from his moves and speech that the storyteller has been drinking, possibly not even gone to bed since last night. Frowning, he looks into your eyes. Lysine, the apothecary, they took her last night for interrogation. They say she's the witch behind the dreams and the killings. They don't understand. They didn't see what you saw. She's going to die today because of their ignorance. Come, let us see what your mighty victory has done to cure this town. He wavers and staggers out the front door of the Broken Oak to the rushing crowds of the street.
Oh, wow.
Place location token 14 and go to there.
Okay, so we need token 14.
Yeah, and it'll go straight on to chapter 3, which triggers a city event. So
event right now.
So we are down to 3 cards in here, so there's a 1 in 3 chance that we just get the city event we just added.
With Gamble.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Alright, first, second, or third card in my hand.
Second.
It is, nope, looks like one of the default starting ones.
A band of street urchins gather around you, begging for some iron flecks. They look hungry and are poorly clothed for such cold weather. Do you, requires 4 iron, give them iron, turn the card over, or shoo them away and turn the card over? 4 iron.
4 is like
4 iron.
4 is like nearly half of the iron we have.
Yeah, it is. 4 is a lot. When you think about the fact that like all of our items right now cost only 3.
But can you put a price on good karma?
Let's do it.
I guess that price is 4.
Yeah.
The answer to that is yes.
You want to do it?
I lean towards doing it.
That's fine.
I feel like this is the kind of situation
character?
that will haunt us if we shoo them away.
All right, we're playing very much like lawful good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's us. That's my style, I guess.
The children seem genuinely surprised and thankful. They skip away, heading for the nearest food vendor. Lose 4 iron. All Oathsworn gain a redraw token.
Okay. Probably not worth an iron per redraw token, but...
Well, if you look at the other option, which I happened to, you know that this was the correct choice.
Oh, good. Okay, well, I will archive that. Then... You're saying not just that it would have been bad, but that you're glad we did it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. I like to hear that. Then with that out of the way, we have to... The app just says choose a location to go to with one option. 14.
The town square. The flow of people seems to all be toward the town square. The press of bodies carries you through the streets, and you can see people also positioning themselves on rooftops around the central square, vying for the best viewing. As you shoulder your way through the crowd, you can see a small forest of guardsmen's pikes near the center, a tight cluster around the posts that dominate the crossroads. Finally, you force your way to a position near the front, between the podiums where the nobles and Lord Davenish look on. Lysine, the apothecary, looks around fearfully as they yank her bound wrists to a worn hook over her head on the burning post, and an official rattles off a list of laws and charges. Choose one. We can step in and release her or watch the proceedings. Wow, we can just step in.
We did that once before, didn't we? Like, release some dude who was in stocks in exchange for information.
There was like no one around him at the time.
I guess
this is like everyone's watching.
No, it told us at that time in the story that we had the authority to do it.
That's
like,
true.
As the free company, we are like, when we're in town, we're like sheriffs or something. Like,
it seems that way. Well, I would happily step in and release Lysine. I mean, we're not really friends with Lord Davenish anyway. We refused the contract he offered us.
Oh, right. Yeah. And we did meet Lysine. Like,
we did.
I think we didn't have to go there, so it's possible that this would be the first time that we've really heard of her.
Right.
I think.
But not for us.
But no, we're already friends is maybe a strong word, but we were already like sympathetic to her situation, right?
I agree.
Where she had stones thrown through her windows and everything.
Yeah, I'm guessing that we're going to be attacked if we release her, but
if only by the crowd.
Yeah, if only by the crowd. Yeah.
I think it's worth it.
All right.
It's the right thing to do.
All Oathsworn gain a defense token.
Oh, hell yeah. This is, I guess, do defense tokens represent like your like emotional might?
I mean, what do any of these tokens represent?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I am better at dodging blows because we did the right thing.
2 guards immediately step forward and cross their spears in front of you, blocking your path. You may have done us great service with the rats, the official says, stopping his listing of offenses, but this witch is Baston's to burn. Blood for blood, right for right. Your job is done. This is ours.
Oof. Their quarry bound in place, the guards point their spears to the crowd, then move them back. Or to move them back. More than one spear is angled to hold you in place. Lysine winces and looks to the crowd angrily. Haven't I helped you? I tended your wounds and you pay me with fire? Urging the crowd to silence, the official announces, this creature has lived among us, as one of us, but no longer. Today, Baston protects you all and makes safe her people. Another official comes from a side alley, carrying a sputtering torch. He thrusts it skyward, and the town cheers in anticipation. Holds anyone an objection to this justice? The crowd around you roars a bloodthirsty, no! Choose one, object to the burning or let them seek justice.
We can object. I feel like it's not going to be successful, but I'm down to try.
Yeah, I guess it'd be nice to have our objection on the record.
Yeah, right. I'm sure there's a recorder.
All Oathsworn gain a defense token if they have not gained one already from this chapter. Oh, that's sad. So it's like this was like a second chance
Right.
to help her. I object. The crowd grows silent. Thank you, Lysine mutters between broken sobs. Lord Davenish, who has been observing the scene from a raised box surrounded by his house guard, leans forward. You object? He sneers. You are protectors. This is what you do. Try to free a monster? Let more children vanish in the night? Oh, I guess so. It should have been like, this is what you do?
Yeah.
Try to free a monster? Let more children vanish in the night? He motions to the official, who throws the torch into the oiled wood pile by Lysine's feet. Objection overruled. It's dark.
Oof. The smoke curls in thick, oily tendrils that begin to swirl around Lysine. No, she cries. I've hurt no one. I've helped this town. I've healed you. She lurches and tries to move away as the flames grow and lick at her calves. You have no idea what you've done. I cannot help you, and I cannot stop what is going to happen now. You are all doomed. She screams, but it is a sound like nothing you have ever heard. It strikes the base of your skulls, a piercing whine that makes you flinch. Several in the crowd double over as the shockwave washes through the town square.
Was she actually a witch?
Maybe. Seems that way now.
Is that what's happening here?
It's starting to seem that way. Remember, witches aren't inherently bad, but they're hated by the society. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, I don't know. I kind of thought that the vibe here was it was a witch hunt.
It seems like a witch hunt.
She wasn't really a witch. And
I guess we'll find out.
Here we are vomiting from the sound of her screams or whatever. All right.
Yeah. Several in the crowd double over as the shockwave washes through the town square. The flames reach up her legs as she continues the obscene, wailing noise. The sound pushes into your spine and assaults your mind as the smell of burning flesh fills the square. The keening scream reaches an unholy crescendo. Her throat should be torn by such a noise. You reach to cover your ears, but it doesn't lessen the pain. The ground shakes. There is screaming from the distant walls of Baston. Grey Cane looks at you. That wasn't her. That sound. Something is coming. There is screaming, rumbling, the sound of shattering stone. People on the rooftops stand and turn. The Deepwood comes alive, one screams. It's huge! What is that? Run! The witch brought it! Choose one. Cut her free or let her burn.
Oh.
Now it's a different choice.
It's a different choice now. Oh no.
Lysine, the hidden real witch, who summoned something from the Deepwood. But it sounds like she said herself she can't help us at this point. But I also feel like we probably shouldn't be burning people, you know? I'm down to cut her free. I don't really care. I think it's good. What do you think she's going to do?
I don't know.
We're the only ones who objected to try and save her. Do you think she's going to turn against us?
Have you heard of The Wisdom of the Crowds?
I'm reading that book right now.
That's the title of a book?
Yeah, by Joe Abercrombie. Check it out.
Oh. You're right. You're right that if she's going to wreak vengeance on someone, it probably wouldn't be us.
You would hope. I don't know.
All right. We should cut her down.
It's up to you.
Cut her free.
What do you think? You seem more reticent than me.
That scream was a lot.
The scream was a lot. It hurt. It hurt our ears.
Although Grey Cane doesn't think that was in a literal sense her. Or
Right.
was it just the ground shaking that was? Yeah,
I think
it's the ground shaking that wasn't her. Okay. So the scream was her.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you scream if you were being burned at the stake?
Yeah, but I don't think it would.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt the crowd that much.
Not a scream that, by all accounts, should have torn my throat open.
Right.
I don't know. You want to cut her free? I'm really on the fence, so we can cut her free.
I don't know. It could go either way.
We can cut her free.
All right, let's do it.
Here, I'll tell you what you've done.
Yes, tell me.
All Oathsworn gain a redraw token.
What do you know?
Does a little bit of I realized that this would be asking the app to do more than a written text code or something. I almost wish it would save all the token gains until the end and then tell you you gained a token because you did this and this, rather than interrupt the flow of the story with that.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I can see it doing that.
because I clicked to the next screen really wanting to see what happens to the story, and then it's oh, first to get our redraw tokens.
Yeah.
Minor gripe, but anyway. Something tremendous is pushing through the town. Buildings fall like reeds underfoot as a wave of destruction heads toward you. Rising smoke forms a trail toward the square. She collapses as you cut her free of her bonds and kick at the flames. She's badly blistered. Lysine smiles, her lips cracking. Guards leap up and seize each of you from behind. You should have done that earlier. She coughs harshly, taking heaving breaths. I could not stop the keening. I fear... She's cut short by a shuddering of the earth. Too late, she gasps. The guards release you as there's a vast cracking sound. Up the street, you can see a massive shape snap a building in two. Whatever it is, it's heading for the square. We were wondering how long we'd be in Bastogne as kind of act one of the story or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's much Bastogne left after this one.
It seems like it might be taken over. Yeah, we'll find out.
Gain ally card 9, who is Lysine.
Cool.
And then we're going to add Deepwood event 26 and City event 23. So here, let me hand you the allies if you want to find her.
Just go through. Okay, yeah.
And I'll get the...
I wonder if she's going to be burned in this art. She's not.
Oh.
She's just a normal-looking
Just chilling.
redhead witch. She's holding a root or a plant in her hand.
Well, if she's... I guess the text said that she was, burnt and blistered. I was going to say, if she's really a witch, maybe she can't burn. Have they ever burned a real witch?
You mean in our world? No, yeah. 100% of witch burnings have been,
I meant
non-real witches.
I meant in this world, but...
In this world, they probably burned some witches. Seems like.
All right, we'll just... we shuffle those before we draw from them anyway, so I'll just stick them on top. So we left off on whatever it is, it's heading for the square.
We are breached, Grey Cane mutters, eyes downcast. He shakes his head and sets off at a run toward the broken oak. Over his shoulder, he shouts back, Please, save those you can. You know as well as Grey Cane what this means. No town can survive a breach like this. That beast cannot be felled. The Deepwood will flood into the town, and everyone will be dead in a span of days. There is only one hope, to escape the doom of Bastogne and reach Verum. You must escape Bastogne. This is an instruction. You must escape Bastogne. The beast is rampaging through the town, and you must avoid it at all costs. As you escape, you need to find rations for your journey. Track the amount of rations you have with a tracker token, and you may choose to take any refugees you meet with you to Varum. You do not have to take anyone, and you know that the larger the group moving through the Deepwood, the more dangerous the Deepwood becomes. Every person will be another mouth to feed on the long journey, but without you, they are surely doomed.
So I was just wondering if there was a downside to having a lot of allies, and that has just started to introduce it, right?
I'm wondering if this means... Because it says you can take anyone you meet with you, and I'm wondering if that's going to mean allies or if we're going to encounter people during this scenario.
Oh, and then it would just be the path of the story that we follow based on whether or not they joined us.
Yeah.
Could go either way, but to me, the last part about the long journey, it sounded to me like that is going to be the next multiple chapters.
You're probably right about that. Yeah. I guess we'll see.
I guess we will. Barreling toward the town square, the beast shoulders aside buildings and swallows men whole. It stops at a... Is this the time to pull out the mini?
I was just thinking that, but I'm wondering if you can't see it yet.
Oh.
Because it's like, you know, in the distance,
in the distance
shouldering buildings aside, swallowing men whole.
And I guess it hasn't told us yet to open the box or envelope, and it will at some point. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
If it starts describing it, then we can...
Barreling toward the town square, the beast shoulders aside buildings and swallows men whole. It stops at an intersection and snorts, pawing the street with a front claw and easily tearing up the stone like a bull on a dirt path. An oily smoke oozes from the creature's neck that wreaths it in a dark cloud, the smoke seething like ink in water. Those unfortunate enough to be near it seize and collapse in violent convulsions. Behind you, Lord Davenish bellows from his raised box surrounded by a company of his house guard. "To arms, men! For your lord and Bastogne! Slay the beast!" Several men begin to charge, but many more falter at the sight of the thing. Something alights in its tremendous eyes. Massive rear legs force the storm-gray armored hulk forward. In mere breaths, it is in the square. Davenish freezes in disbelief as the sun above him is blotted out and a claw the size of a merchant's cart descends on him. Where he stood is now merely a fine crimson mist. Without pausing, the terror of Bastogne careens onwards. Place location tokens 10, 13, and 20. So we're getting the heck out of the town square.
So 10 is the palace, 13 is the broken oak, and 20 is the stockade.
And then it says, place the free company marker, which we were already there. Place the free company marker and any clue token on location 14. This clue token is the beast marker and represents the position of the beast as it moves through the city. Oh man, these are really good. I know I've been saying this every story, but like this has not yet failed to surprise and delight me with the story it's telling and how it's presenting it.
Yeah. So it says clue token and the free company marker on space 14.
Yes. Okay. They both go there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The beast is barreling through the town square. It has come from the east, breaking through Bastogne's outer wall. Now curves off to its right. You must stay away from it in order to escape. You're positioned so that 3 paths are open to you. You're about to choose a location to go to. If you choose location 20, take the path B card before you go there. Huh, okay. So it's, 20 is, since it came from the east, 20 is maybe heading potentially into kind of the wreckage it's left.
Yeah.
Versus 10 and 13 look like they are running...
away from it?
Yeah.
Well...
And the options are back to the Broken Oak, when we started, right? Or to the palace, or to the stockade would be 20.
I'm least interested in the palace, I have to say. Personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I feel like we would just run into a gate or something. Could we even get into the palace at a time like this?
Right, who knows?
So it's between the stockade or the Broken Oak?
Yeah. I'll leave it to you.
Oh, good, okay. I guess that's a fair way of making this decision.
Yeah,
you eliminate one, I'll eliminate another.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I want to stay in front of it.
So the Broken Oak it is.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the Broken Oak. We like this place. We've spent several nights there.
Had some rough nights, but you know.
Yeah, but the people seem fine.
We like Reiki.
Yeah, we want to help them out.
Yeah.
I think You're up.
Greykin appears from a side alley with a bundle of leather-bound papers under his arm. A welcome sight, Greykin calls as you make your way to the Broken Oak. Bram is inside. Help me. Running inside, innkeeper Bram is found standing on a table. He's surrounded by patrons, like some drunken preacher with his congregation. Last call, folks. It's on the house, Bram shouts. Pour a mug and drink your last. You can't take it with you. Last call for the oak. The patrons shout toasts of death and drink, most of the drink pouring wildly over their faces. Bram raises his mug and loses his footing, crashing to the floor as the table tips. Help me get him up, Greykin says, lifting Bram to his feet. He's a bit overwhelmed. Bram gurgles. And I thought I was drunk, Greykin mumbles as he works to hoist him up. These people will surely die if they stay. You know, I should have thought ahead.
To like, who would we be saving
To, like,
if we
who
went
would we
there?
be saving?
I had the same thought as soon as
Yeah.
he was introduced. I was like, oh, right, it just told us we'd be gathering people.
Right.
Also, I don't actually know who the palace or the stockade would have been then.
I'm guessing the palace would have been Lord Davenish, like he ran back to the palace and locked himself
Oh,
behind
I
the
thought
side
he
of the
was...
gate.
I took the story text you read to me and he had been splattered. Like, the
Oh,
claw
you're
reached
right,
for him
the
and then
claw
there was
reached-
just a crimson
You're
mist,
right. He's
right?
dead. Yeah, you're totally
He's
right.
dead, so I don't
Maybe
know who
he has
we
like
know
a
in the
daughter
palace.
or something, or like a wife.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so we can either try to persuade these drunkards, it doesn't say that, but I'm adding a little flavor, to come with us, or we can leave them to their drink.
Oh, it's not just Bram, it's the denizens of the Broken Oak.
It just says them. It might be Greykin and Bram, it might be more.
This is a tough call because it just
So many-
it
we
just
don't know.
warned us that more people would make our journey harder, and
Right.
this is just a gaggle of drunkards.
You'd
And
think
yet I
that-
want to help them.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. I'm like, I want to help them, but I don't know how costly it's going to be.
Yep.
It's funny to make this decision with no information. You would think that there would also be food at the Broken Oak. Like, there should be rations there. It's a bar. Like, they serve
Yeah.
food. Like, they should
Yeah.
have some apples and cheese.
But are we more likely to get to gather those rations if we do or don't help them? If we don't help them, maybe we can then fill a backpack with food and leave.
No, I would think they would
They'd bring
it.
rations with
yeah,
them.
but I don't know how much. The other question is, how many opportunities are we going to have to save people? Like, if we say yes to them, we're going to have to say no to someone, probably?
Yeah, either that or bring too many people along and they will surely die way worse deaths along the way.
Yeah. Okay, this is an aside.
Okay.
I shouldn't do this aside. Never mind. Let's keep thinking about this aside.
I mean, I'm just thinking through my character, and we didn't say this, but we did decide for chapter 3 that we were going to level up our companions and play
Right.
play
we
full
are playing
characters.
Full characters. So
But
I have a priest.
I still feel more like the one I've been like kind of role playing when in the occasional time that matters is the penitent, and the penitent is atoning for his sins and failures. I feel like he would bring everyone he can. So I guess that's my vote.
That's fine
we
with
take
me.
him with us.
That's fine
Yeah.
with me. Let's do it. Commanding the patrons to listen to you, you try to get them off their stools to rally to you. Perform a reasoning check, difficulty 3.
Okay.
I think it should be you that does it, as you're...
Sure.
You're
yeah.
the one behind
okay.
it?
It's just a 3.
Yeah.
I got this. Oh, I have the enemy deck over here, right?
Yes.
I'll take.
This text is actually worded in a confusing manner. Hopefully we don't have to deal with it.
Is 3 cards enough? The problem is that if it's like blank 1/1, I fail. I guess I'm gonna go for 4 cards. Okay. 1 blank 2. Okay. Well, with a redraw, as long as I don't get a blank. All right. Succeed with a 4, spending a redraw.
Okay, if you succeed, gain ally cards 7 and 8,
Ooh. Okay.
which are Greykin and Bram.
Oh, we got great.
In
game.
addition, the patrons decide they want to come with you as refugees. On the time track, replace location 13 with a time token, and then take location 13. So it says we have the refugees at location
So
13.
so token 13 is representing the other
Right.
the other refugees from the bar. Okay.
And then it says, and gain 2 rations, and we're going to track these with a tracker token. So we have location 13, and we have 2 rations.
Beautiful. All right, this party's coming together.
You retrieve your travel rations from your room. Gain 2 more rations. Oh.
Greycane and Bram are just non-combat allies.
Cool.
Nothing else to them than that. You know that giving us plenty of these cards with name tags on them must exist just so that person can die horribly.
Maybe. Hopefully there'll be some resolution to their story. Who knows? Then it says, move the beast marker to location 10 and remove that location from the map.
Oh, it got the palace. Okay.
Actually, it says remove location 10 and 20 if they're still on the map, which they are.
Okay.
Then it says place locations 5, 12, and 19. So,
sure.
What are those locations as we place them?
5 is the barracks, 12 is the market, and 19 is the banksmith. Do you think the shop is open?
I bet it's all free.
Oh,
just like the beer was.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Yeah, could we get a bunch of loot? Because why wouldn't the banksmith just give it to us?
Yeah.
Also,
maybe.
Here's the thing though, banksmith is already with us, right? Gamel is the banksmith. He's literally in our party.
Yeah.
So what is there to gain?
Maybe he'll unlock. Maybe it'll say if you have Gamel as an ally.
You know, I kind of like this because this feels like a way to guilt-free without having to decide whether to take people, to just get rations and not people.
Yeah, that seems good. It does say here, you see a cloud of dust rise from the palace. Time to move.
Okay.
So inherently by not going to the market or the barracks, we're leaving people behind.
Those do seem to be in the beast's
But
path.
It also seems like, interestingly enough, at the barracks we'll probably get more armed soldiers to help us. That might be helpful. We don't know. The market will probably get the most rations, and at the banksmith we'll probably get items.
Yeah, the barracks. I agree with that. Barracks would give us probably more refugees that are quite a bit more useful potentially than the drunkards from the Broken Oak.
Right.
And So do we want fighters or do we want food? Is probably
or items at the banksmith.
Yeah.
Right. It's a difficult choice.
I mean, have we ever been to the barracks? I don't have any.
We have been. In chapter 1 we went to the barracks because remember we met those men who told us to go to the tower on the east side of the...
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking I don't have any affinity for the military of this town. Like, they've mostly just been in our way.
That's fair. Plus, they probably have the best chance of surviving on their own.
Sure.
Not a great chance, but the best chance.
Sure they do. Yeah.
They can rationalize their deaths away.
All right. I'm eliminating the barracks. Now you choose.
Oh, no!
Market or banksmith.
I feel like items are come and go. We'll get more. Maybe.
Items come and go, but rations are forever.
That makes no sense. I guess if it was actually me, I would probably pick the banksmith. I'd say we have 4 rations.
It is actually you.
And it is actually me. And I would be nervous about protecting myself. Plus, there must be food out in the forest. You know, there must be some food, something edible. We can eat rat
plenty
corpse.
of poisonous.
Yeah, well, least, All right, let's go. Let's see what's gonna happen.
All right.
Smith. Location 19. If you have the Gamel ally card, which we do. Looks like my selling days are over. Gamel pants as you go up to his shop. I had missed the ad, so I thought it said Gamel pants you. And I'm like, that's like very funny. Okay. The door is shattered, and it is clear the townspeople have scoured the place trying to arm themselves.
Mischievous Gamel.
Mischievous Gamel. Right when the city's collapsing all around us. Let's see what's left. I'm sure they didn't get through every lock. Because it says here that the townspeople have scoured the place trying to arm themselves.
Okay.
So, reveal all cards from the Chapter 3 common item deck.
Okay.
Each Oathsworn gains any one item from it.
Wow.
Shuffle the deck out.
4 free items?
4 free items.
Seems great.
Seems great.
I'm liking your choice.
Thank you.
And seemingly no refugees joining our party.
And seemingly no refugees, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll need a minute to get these out here. We have, it's just called Heirloom, but it appears to be a 2-handed sword. Crafted belt, aged cloth robe, a reflex bow, amber stones, a shiv, a falchion, iron ring mail, and then I'm starting to see some duplicates. Another bow, another robe, some mead, a heater. I've been keeping an eye out for an upgraded shield. A dream catcher, a walking stick, a spiked club, and one last copy of Heirloom. It's a lot of options.
There are a lot of options here.
I'm interested, what are these amber stones? Okay, they're gear, 3 cooldown that say if there's no enemies adjacent, battle flow 1 card once. Okay. So it's like, it's a 3, so it can help battle flow your 3 and...
Well, no, because it has this no battle flow.
Oh, I forgot items don't cause the battle flow.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really just about 1 battle flow. This one also just gets gain 1.
Gain 1
animus.
Animus. I always want to say Ember, which is the Keyforge currency, but they're similar. They're little orange gems.
Yeah, these also look exactly like the gems from Tricarion.
Oh.
Which, anyway.
Okay, let me look. My penitent. Oh no, I chose the shield to break. Did I choose the shield to break from the penitent last time? That's
we might have
brutal. Or do we have a shield in the backpack?
In our backpack. Let's see.
Because right now he just has a one-handed. He was going one-handed weapon and shield, and I thought that was pretty good.
We do not have a shield in the backpack.
Okay, and is the heater? I assume it's one-handed. It adds.
It is.
It adds 1 defense and says when you use it. Also, he's one of only 2 characters that can hold it. Ignore the hit point loss from colliding with something when you suffer knockback. If you drop this, I think this should be what he grabs. Seems good, and then he has a full kit of items. And then what can the ranger carry? Ranger can wear the robe. I'm checking out this Dreamcatcher. This is gear. Use it before damage is drawn against you. If you're adjacent to an Oathsworn, gain 1 defense against that damage. So it wants you to stick together, adjacent to each other, in order to use this to defend yourself.
There's really nothing the bear can take except this iron ring mail. Or obviously like mead or the Dreamcatcher.
Or the Emberstones.
Or the Emberstones. But I feel like...
Or the crafted belt. We didn't read this. It is gear that says if you've moved at least 4 hexes this turn, gain a defense token.
Ooh, I kind of like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good item. Maybe I'll take that with my bear. Or
Okay.
else the other option I was looking at is this iron ring mail, which I have some good iron, but if I have to lose one, then we'll have the other as reserve.
Right. Yeah, I like it's a really clever, elegant system that you just have to break 1 piece of gear per encounter, which causes you to find value in things that are maybe even a second copy of something you like using, or
Totally.
or that is just slightly different.
This is also a really great effect, actually. During the encounter, if there's an Oathsworn adjacent to you, gain 2 yellow dice for an attack or basic check.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's like basically a free, 2/3 of an empower token.
Right. Yeah.
Once or twice in a scenario. It's not bad.
Let's see. The ranger, despite her tree run, well, interestingly, okay. So the crafted belt, I'm reading her tree run ability, which lets her kind of functionally teleport. But it explains in kind of verbosely on her ability here. Move 7 and obstacles and other characters do not block this movement. So it's not a teleport. It is a move 7, meaning it would trigger something like crafted belt if you've moved 4.
Although it says here you do not count as moving through the intervening hexes, which actually doesn't sound like it would rule that out. So yeah, maybe she would be well suited to the crafted belt if she's moving along. Plus, she's probably one of the squishier characters.
True. Yeah. Speaking of which, I've only played her as a companion, so she's going to be squishier now, probably, because companions are a little bit extra hardy. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to grab her a belt.
That's fair. So I'll take the iron ring mail with the bear. I'll probably put it on and I'll save this pig iron mesh for the future in the backpack.
Okay.
And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the priest. Wow, this is actually taking kind of a long time. Sorry.
It is a little bit, but it's not your fault. The game just gave us literally 13 options and told us to choose 4 of them. It's not a simple decision.
I might just take this club because it looks like 3 of our 4 characters can equip it. And if we need a weapon, and this isn't a great one because it's a one-handed mace and my characters at least are using 2-handed weapons.
Yeah, it's funny. I guess it is... each Oathsworn picks one, so we've been kind of looking at like, well, what's one good thing that's for each character? But since we can freely trade items, it's not that consequential.
This heirloom is probably pretty good. Although you actually only want one-handed weapons.
Because I want to carry that a shield. Yeah.
So maybe this spike club isn't bad because you can take it as the penitent.
That's true.
And then either of us can take it if we need to.
But does the priest have gear? Because otherwise the priest seems pretty decent of an option for the Dreamcatcher because the priest likes to be very close to people.
That's a good point.
The priest more than anyone else is actually like has short range support abilities. And
You're
stuff,
right. So maybe I will take the Dreamcatcher with the priest. That's cool. The priest doesn't have any gear.
And we will. Oh, I was going to say we will get more of these at the end of the encounter, but it would be you use the Common Item 4 deck at the end of encounter 3, so maybe we'll never see it again.
To shuffle that deck after you're done.
Oh, actually, I had stopped myself from doing it absent-mindedly, but I guess sometimes you do random draws.
While you do that, I'll continue reading here.
Please do.
Outside, you look down the street. In the distance, you can see the broken oak for the briefest moment before it explodes in a shower of timber and stone. The beast's head emerges from the wreckage and turns down the street toward you.
Uh-oh.
The main gate is not far off, and you hear a great clamor of voices from that direction. Perform a reasoning check, difficulty 5.
Ooh, I did the last check. You want to take this one?
Sure.
I guess, do you, as a basic rule, do you have to, like, declare who's taking it? Because it's here, as long as we don't have, like, an ability that cares about the trait of the check or something, it kind of doesn't seem to matter.
I guess that's fair, but I will declare the priest anyway, just in case it matters. Because maybe the effects will be who took it. I'm trying to decide how many white cards to take here.
It was difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5.
That's
so I could
tricky.
take 4 and hope for a 2 and some 1s? Or a crit? Have we seen a crit yet?
No, I don't think I
Wait,
do a crit.
You crit on these basic checks anyway?
I think you do.
Okay.
I guess that's something we could,
briefly
let us know in the comments if you don't.
All right, so I'm gonna take.
If you don't crit
I'm
on
gonna
the
take
checks.
4 cards and hope that's enough. No. I'll take 5.
Yeah, I mean, white cards average about 1, although crits raise that average. Oh, there's a crit.
Blank.
Eee.
2 crit.
Okay. Oh, I guess it matters who's taking it for whose redraw tokens can be spent, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
2
have the
crits.
priest
Okay.
Spend a redraw.
Okay, just trying to get rid of a blank.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should roll. Because we've seen 2 blanks. Oh no, we've seen 4 blanks. Okay, yeah, I will draw a card.
Okay.
Oops. Dang it.
Oof.
Spend a second one. There we go.
All right. Well, that's a lot of crits. You could just throw dice at those.
Yeah, I will.
Because you passed, right?
Yeah, I passed anyway. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, well that was an expensive test, frankly.
Yeah.
But it seemed important that we succeed.
Yeah, I agree.
The sounds from the main gate are wrong. It is a panic you are hearing.
Ooh.
Too many of the townsfolk must be trying to exit through the small gate, and it is turning into a crush. You don't think you'll be able to escape that way.
Yikes.
Move the beast marker to location 13, and remove all location tokens from the map. Place location tokens 22 and 24.
It is heading towards us.
22 is the main gate, and 24 is the burrows.
Okay. Then we choose the location to go to.
It's interesting because it basically told us don't go that way, but it's still giving us the choice.
Yep. It told us, like, get the hell out the gate. Oh, wait. No, wait. The main gate was, it's told us we probably can't get out the
Yeah, it's like, don't go that way.
Because it also just told us, like, you're running out of time to get out the main gate.
Right. It's interesting because if we failed that reasoning check, I bet we would just go to
We wouldn't be warned. Yeah, I guess that's true.
But,
yeah. So we should go to the burrow.
I feel like we should, right?
Okay. All right. Location 24, the burrows. That puts us, in theory, we would like to wrap up the story here because we will get the full benefits here. An extra defense token.
This is actually when you place it.
Oh, that is? That's the symbol for when you place it? I thought that was the symbol for when you place it.
Oh, maybe you're right. Well, I don't think we're going to wrap up the story here, frankly.
Move the beast marker to location 19 and remove location 22 if it is still on the city map. Interesting. So yeah, it does seem like maybe we could have wasted some time there. Families cower in the darkened doorways of the burrows as you hear the banksmiths shatter in a cacophony of iron and stone. The thing will be heading this way soon. There's a button for if we have Midge as an ally.
And we sure do.
Midge is coming back to matter.
Let's break Midge out here.
Midge breaks from your side and runs to move a beam that is blocking the entrance to a small terrace building.
Only Midge could do that.
Yeah, Midge. Midge's time to shine here.
Yeah, exactly.
People's faces can be seen within the houses. This is my street. Can you help them? He calls back to you. I might know another way out. Take them with you, and I'll show you. That's right. He's always negotiating with us.
Yeah, that's true.
Son of a bitch. Do you stop to help the people, or do you keep moving? And it says place location tokens 20 and 25. So 20 is the stockade, and 25 is another city wall over on the other side of the city.
Seems like the other way out.
Choose one. If you wish to help Midge, choose the top option. Otherwise, choose a location to go to. Okay, so we can help Midge free the people in the building, or there's a button that says choose a location to go to.
Maybe just our very first friend in Bastogne. I think we have to
First and best friend.
First and best. Yeah, I agree.
Plus, we've given him all that iron that if he dies along the way, we want to be there to pick it back up.
That's so true. That's so true.
All right, well, between you heave the fallen timber aside and people stream from the entrance. If you take these, people stream from the entrance, then it goes to rules text. If you take these refugees with you on the time track, replace location token 24 with a time token and gain location token 24. Gain 1 whole ration.
Uh-oh.
And all Oathsworn gain a redraw token.
So we're at 5 rations and a redraw token each.
Yep. Whew. Okay. 5 rations though. Is that a lot? We don't know what a ration.
We don't know.
Is a ration a day's food for everyone, or
Who knows?
Who knows? A snack?
We'll find out.
A cloud of dust and debris rises nearby. We have to move, Midge pants. Now, there's a sally port through the wall. I don't know what a sally port is, but I'll go on. Through the wall south of here for supplies during a siege.
I think it's one of these.
Oh, it's literally labeled Sally Port. Okay. And I guess the end of the sentence kind of answers my question, because it says, there's a Sally Port through the wall south of here for supplies during a siege. No one will be there. Only a few of us know it. Trust me. Place location token 27, the Sally Port.
Mm-hmm.
And then we choose a location to go to. 20, 25, or 27. So it's letting us go back to the stockade. I guess that hasn't been destroyed.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that we've had that option this whole time.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something interesting
Well,
there.
no, I mean, it got removed from the map and just returned.
I know, but it's like they want to give us that option again.
One more chance to go to the stockade.
Yeah.
But why? We have no reason.
No,
right?
I can't think of one.
No.
Yeah.
Because Lysine's with us. It's not like she got dragged there after when the beasts stopped from being burnt or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then 25 is just still a wall.
Yeah.
No, 25 seems out of the question.
I agree. And the only reason I'm considering 20 is because they had us put it on here twice.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should probably just run away and leave. And sad day, but we'll get an extra unique item,
That's true for getting out quickly.
Yeah.
But what's at the stockade? It's gonna taunt me forever.
Well,
what if it's unique items?
It's probably not. It's probably more refugees. They probably don't have any rations. They're tied out there. They're all gonna die. I mean, they're literally bait for the beast, right? They're standing in the street, tied up, probably screaming.
But in all of our time in Bastogne, which to be fair is roughly 2 days, we've never yet found someone rightfully imprisoned.
That's true.
So
that's hilarious.
Seems like we should help them. Actually, maybe we did free that one guy, and maybe I'm remembering that as he was wrongfully imprisoned. I don't think we know why he was in the stocks.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove location 25 from consideration. And
no! Oh.
I wonder if they expected this meta conversation. I wonder if they're like, I wonder if our players will be thinking, why'd they put the stockades back on the map?
I mean, you would think if they play tested it, yeah. I don't know. You never know in a game like this where to play test it would involve 21 sessions across weeks and months. Right. How much of that they actually have designers, spectating essentially, like you might if it's a one-off game at a convention.
Right.
But so whether that would be the kind of feedback that playtesters would pass on is we kind of metaed it and went to the stockade. Probably maybe not. Anyway, let's meta and go to the stockade.
You've turned around. Okay. All right, that's fine.
I think basically I think fuck the guards in the town.
Sure.
The military here.
Sure.
They don't know what's best. And so those people probably
I have to tell you, the location closest to the beast's present spot is the stockade. So I am nervous that we're going to press this and then it's going to say move the beast token to the stockade and then we're going to have some harsh negative outcome. But if you're very excited...
I'm aware of the chance that I'm taking.
All right.
Yeah.
As long as you're aware.
If you felt strongly, you could have eliminated
That's
that
so
one.
true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And it's your turn to read what I've done.
Oh, great. Several women at the stockades beat at the locks that hold some men in place, whilst children cry at their skirts. The guards have fled, leaving their charges. One of the women sees you enter the crossroads. Please, our husbands. They might have done wrong, but they don't deserve to die here.
And I believe that. In fact, I don't even believe they've done wrong based on the way this town operates.
Choose one, free the prisoners, or leave them in the stocks.
I think we free them.
We're here. Came all this way to just leave them.
I think this choice was the most predictable thing in the world.
Right.
Free them or not, now that we're here. So
This is not great. Okay. You snap the locks with the pummels of your weapons, rubbing their wrists. The freedmen thank you and clutch their children. This place isn't safe for us anymore. Can we come with you, please? One asks. If you take these refugees with you, on the time track, replace location 20 with a time token and gain location 20. And actually, what I'm realizing is we don't have to bring them with us.
No, that instruction is kind of giving you that last option to take it. And interestingly, you don't. Oh, I was going to say you don't do anything to tell the game that you took it, but you do have the number token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we're taking them as well. It seems like.
We came all this way. Oh man, we're gonna see how hard we're screwing ourselves by taking all these refugees.
To be clear, we're gonna see how hard you're screwing us.
Have they all been me pushing for saving them?
No.
I guess maybe they have.
I'm just joking.
Yep.
You quickly search the guard's room, finding a substantial armory. Reveal all cards in the Chapter 3 common deck. Each Oathsworn gains any one item from it.
Oh, we get yet another item.
Yep.
Okay. Well, was there anything else that you were keeping an eye on, or that we just want in our backpack? You mentioned the spiked club being just a good backup weapon.
I think the inheritance or whatever is also the heirloom is also a good one.
It's a two-handed weapon. Does the bear use a two-handed weapon?
The bear and the priest both use two-handed weapons.
Oh, okay.
Although actually the bear can't take this, so the priest uses a two-handed weapon.
Priest can use it, and then a pinch penitent can too. It's just I would rather have a shield is how I'm.
Well, that's 2 of 4.
How I'm playing.
So there's more options. To take.
Yeah.
Maybe just some armor or something.
I'm thinking a robe. It's not even for a specific person, which is perfect because literally every class can wear it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, does everyone have gear at this point, or should we just take some amber stones because...
The bear doesn't have gear, but also doesn't necessarily need it right away. I don't know.
Just amber stone seems like all upside.
Sure.
Right? Like, it's a relatively minor effect of if there's no enemies adjacent, battle flow 1 card once, but...
it doesn't hurt to have it.
It's better than not having gear, and hey, if you don't want to throw away anything else after an encounter, there's an option. Yeah. Okay.
So the beast marker moves to location 14, but here's what I was worried about. Remove locations 25 and 27.
Oh no, because we went away from them.
Place locations 15 and 16.
Okay. Does it tell us anything else about this?
No,
just
choose the location to go to.
No doubling back. Okay.
No doubling back.
Well, now I think we want to put more distance between us and the beast, and less
16?
distance between us and the wall.
That's fair. There's a pot. Oh, why don't you read that?
Oh, we're back at the watering hole. There's a pile of rubble where the watering hole once stood. Bits of bodies poke between the crumpled walls. The stockade to the south fills with screams and smoke. There are supplies buried under the rubble. If only you can guess the location of the pantry. Perform a search check. Difficulty 4. Okay, who wants to search?
The priest has used a bunch of redraws. I'm down for either the bear or one of your characters to do it. It looks like...
Ranger has a lot of redraws.
Bear has 4 as well, so up to you.
I'll have the ranger do it.
Okay.
We said it was difficulty 4. All right, give me 4 cards. I think with 4, there's a good enough chance of a crit that this should be good. Blank. 1, 2, 1. Crushed it.
That'll do it.
Nailed it. We searched. If you succeed, gain 1 whole ration. And I can flip over this 1 token to be a 2.
Nice.
Move the beast marker to location 20. That's right, it told us the stockades were demolished now. See, we got those poor innocent men out just in time.
Yeah, those poor innocent, but proven guilty or charged and condemned men.
I don't think they do a lot of proving guilty
That's fair,
around
that's
here.
fair, yeah.
So move the beast marker there. You got that. Remove location 20. Place location tokens 7 and 17.
Does it say to do anything with location 15?
It does not. And then choose a location to go to. 15 is still an option. 7, 15, or 17.
Well, the underways are 7. 17 is the tower. 15 is
15 is back in the general direction of the beast. So
Yeah,
I don't think we want to go that way.
the underways. There might be a way out through the underways. Then again,
that's
we might
interesting.
get trapped in the tunnels. The tower, we can probably see a way out. Maybe, I don't know.
Do you think the tower is still a tower? I'm going to speculate not. I think the tower is the rubble of a tower.
That's fair.
But also, I think at this point, we definitely don't want to find more refugees and have to decide whether to take them.
Well, we might just have to leave them behind at this point.
I think we just head towards the edge of the town.
Yeah, unless we can decide to leave the criminals behind. Like, what if we find, like, a nursery You know, like
decide,
a bunch
like,
of pregnant women and babies.
We're
like,
actually going to leave the prisoners here and take the
Yeah, exactly.
the
Like,
kids. Yeah, so far it hasn't given us an
hasn't
opportunity
given us that
to
choice.
abandon anyone.
but we remember what token.
But you know,
it is.
yeah, I mean the token, the only memory that the game has of taking these is the token. If we just threw one on the floor, like,
Yeah.
how would the game know?
We just ate one, you know.
So I'm thinking 17.
Oh, I was
but-
thinking 7, but that's interesting.
Oh,
Well, I was just thinking,
Oh,
there's,
okay.
there's no way that 17 is going to let us get out right away. Whereas
You don't think
7...
it's at the walls.
All right, let's try it.
Okay, here, I'll eliminate 15, and you go.
Well, I've already said I think I'm going to pick 7. I just think
no,
that the underway is probably there's a tunnel out into the Deepwood. But
I like that theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, let's go to 7.
All right.
Okay. The underways.
As many people are running into the underways for shelter as are leaving. In the confusion, you make your way to the main caravan and find Celeste. Oh yeah, we're going to have to take Celeste.
Who is Celeste again?
She was the overseer in the underways who told us.
Yeah.
Her forehead and lip are bleeding. A cluster of workers surround her, all urging different paths to safety, all deeper into the underways. I can't say which way is better, she gasps to you. 2 tunnels collapsed when that thing came in. There were dozens, 100, buried. You know the underways will be a death trap for any that remain. Oh, this is not a good idea. If you wish to help the workers, choose the top option. Otherwise, choose a location to go to.
Oh boy.
So we can attempt to direct the workers to leave the underways or choose a location to go to. I don't care about the workers, but I do want to help Celeste.
Yeah, it
And I
does
feel like
seem
their
like
fates are tied together.
it does seem like she's probably an ally, and she hasn't joined us yet.
She hasn't.
So you want to?
I'm gonna,
Direct the workers?
I mean, if we're taking prisoners, we can't leave Celeste.
All right.
Yeah.
It says attempt, so expect a check here probably.
Perform a reasoning check, difficulty 4. I'll do that as the bear because this was my my undertaking here.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure
And-
that the bear is a good coordinator.
Okay.
Really grasps the social subtleties to get people to stop panicking and all move in one direction. I'm full confidence in the war bear.
Whatever.
Do we like the deck?
So these 2 cards are both 1s, I believe. So I'm going to take those 2 and 2 more, and I think odds are I'll be fine.
Okay.
Or I could take 3 more actually, because I'm going to take 3 more.
Yeah. And so because these are out of the deck you're shuffling, the odds of blanks are a hair higher than average for the deck.
Yeah.
So you could also roll dice.
Ooh, interesting.
But I mean the deck is going to, whenever we get around to using the deck more, it's going to be a little extra blank
For
infested.
flavor, I'm going to roll 1 die.
Okay.
Just for flavor. I'm going to roll it last so we can see
Just for the hell of it.
whether
Okay.
it matters or not. So
Yeah.
here we go. We've got a blank, a 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, it matters, right? We needed 4?
You need 4.
Okay. Oh, we didn't even have the dice out of the bag. First roll of the chapter, and it's a 1! Hell yeah. Well done.
All right. If you succeed. Celeste hushes the protests of the other workers with a shout. What do we know? Roots and earth, she points to you. They know the Deepwood. And if they say Baston's dead, she's dead. Go to your families or come with us, but make your decision. Some run for the entrance to the cave, while a half dozen others gather around.
I think you skipped the instruction above, right?
Yes, add a time token to the time track.
Sure.
If you want to gain Celeste as an ally, gain ally card 10.
I mean, this was the whole reason
Yep.
you wanted to do that, so let's gain Celeste. Celeste is a combat ally.
Cool.
Yeah, she can fight.
And she has the Overseer ability. After you move an Oathsworn within range 3, may move 2.
That seems great.
Yeah, it does. Okay, and add Deepwood event card 24 and City event card 21 to our event decks.
Okay.
And then it says, in addition, if you take these refugees with you on the time track, replace location 7 with a time token and gain location 7 and 2 rations.
24. Sorry, I'm
sorry.
falling behind a little bit.
You're fine.
Deepwood 24 and
City
City 21.
21, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I feel like we should take them with us. They know roots and earth, as we know. So,
Oh,
And we'll gain
Oh,
2
then we have
additional rations. So we're up to 8 rations.
We have so many refugees.
We do. But we also have 8 rations. 8 is a good number, right?
It's 2 per time token of refugees.
All right, should we go to 15 or 17 at this point?
Oh, it's just no new option, just 50. I don't think we run back into the city.
I agree.
All right, 17 it is. The Eastern Tower. As you approach the great breach in Baston's wall where the beast undoubtedly gained entrance, you find a squad of guards making a last desperate stand, trying to hold back a tide of creatures vying to gain access to the town. That was quick. Mm-hmm. Harlbeck, the Oathsworn, I see them! A guard shouts from the top of the tower. A grizzled old guardsman swings the shaft of his spear into the head of some dark wolf-like thing and looks up. Will you stand with us? He asks gravely. The thing gnashes as he buries the point into its neck. The shattered wall behind him looks like a crumbled anthill as the terrors of the Deepwood force their way over the rubble. Claws, shrieking horrors, and dark nightmares of mire and armored flesh press into Baston. Whip-like tendrils wrap the legs of struggling guards as the flailing citizens of Baston are torn apart like paper dolls. Oof. The beast heads through the town toward you. Move the beast marker to location 16, and remove location 16 if it's still on the map.
Oh, I don't think we ever put that one out.
No, I think we did. I think it was the watering hole.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Take the Path B card if you do not have it already. I believe we did have it.
We did?
Didn't we?
It doesn't matter.
No. That would have been if we had gone to the stockade.
Yeah,
okay. I wonder what that is doing here.
I think it is for our exit. Are we exiting east or are we exiting west?
That makes sense. Yeah. If Lysine is with you, we hit this. The pack of beasts scrabble up the mound of stones toward the breach, clamoring over the bodies on all sides. There are simply too many of them. You raise your blades and grit your teeth. You will blood them well before they take you. Then Lysine steps in front of you, limping, but with a cold fury plastered on her face. Something in her posture warns you to step back. A wind throws up her hair as she flings out her arms toward the oncoming creatures. There is a smell of iron, and the hair on your arms stands up. Blood begins to rise from where it rested in pools between bodies on the slope. The beasts continue on, oblivious to what is happening. Twisting and curling, the blood takes shape, coalescing into tendrils and spikes. The blood boils, and then Lysine screams. 100 shards of burning blood pierce through the mass of creatures. Primal yelps go up, and a dozen bodies fall. More blood soaks the earth, and more of the Deepwood denizens come in. Lysine looks up at them with hatred, and with intense concentration, snaps her fingers. The blood explodes.
Ooh.
Lysine vomits at what she's just done. The scene is one of carnage, like something from a Cesarian apocalyptic. She lulls, and one of you catches her as she falls unconscious. In one sense, and one sense only, the way now is clear. All Oathsworn gain an empowered ×3 token. I did not know that existed.
It's just an empower token.
Oh,
okay. They all have 3 on them.
Got it. Yeah. You turn to Harlbeck. His men are competent fighters, but they appear to have no rations with them. Choose one. Try to persuade Harlbeck to come with you into the Deepwood, or leave him to the defense of Baston.
Leave him.
Yeah.
Right? You're taking too many people.
Yeah.
It's too many.
There's too many of us. Again, fuck the guards.
Fuck the guards, yeah.
All right. We're finally going to say no.
Yes, exactly.
On our way out.
Oh, man.
Leave him to the defense of Baston.
Behind you, a shadow looms. The street is consumed by the giant armored head of the doom of Baston.
That's just what it's
in
called
smoke
now.
And fumes, its eyes fall on you. You cannot outrun it. It is too close. A sense of finality, of certainty, settles on you. So it comes to this. You know what needs to be done. Someone has to distract it. Must lure it away so the others may make good of their escape. But that person will surely die. There's this art of the beast of Baston. I'm not sure if this is the
I think it'll be least blurry if you just set it all the way down on the table, because that's where it's focused. But yeah,
there's like a head smoked, and there's like smoke covering its body here. All right, instruction: you must choose. Will one of you lay down their life for the others, and take up this heroic act? You will lose that Oathsworn in doing so.
Oh my god,
that is wild. Okay.
Sorry, what exactly is the contract? They lay down their life to accomplish
to
what?
distract it so everyone else can get away.
Someone has to distract it so others can make good their escape, but that person will surely die. Oh my god!
Wow, that's crazy.
So, This is exactly the opportunity the penitent has been looking for.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Role playing a little bit,
Role
right?
playing, yeah.
Like
to die
his
for
goal
his
is to
sins.
die in glory and to atone for his sins.
Yeah.
It feels.
Does it feel right?
It feels right.
Okay, I think you should do it.
Slug. I think
This is crazy.
will
Wow.
make
this
the
is
last
so cool.
stand.
Yeah, Slug.
Yeah. It's gonna
Alright, Slug.
hold up his new heater shield.
Yeah. Well, oh my god, that's alright.
Oh man!
Alright, well then
All
I
right.
think you should read this if one of you will perform
If one
the
of you
feat.
will perform the feat, and then the other button just says if you all refuse.
Yeah, wow. That's crazy.
This would be most interesting in a 4-player playthrough.
Right.
Because then everyone would be like, I only have the one character I've been playing to this point.
Yeah.
Where
That's
am I
true.
going to make the sacrifice?
This is still cool though.
It's still cool.
That is your main character.
I still have little goosebumps.
Yeah. I've never seen a campaign do this. Like,
Ask you to lay your character down and die.
yeah. And although we're not playing with permadeath, I feel like this eliminates the penitent from our cast of characters.
I assume that we're not playing hardcore mode, but I assume that even within the rules of the campaign, it's gonna say
You can't play.
you can't play.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I do feel like that would really remove the gravity.
Yeah,
gravity
it's
of the
like, oh,
mode if
okay,
you
yeah.
just respawn him.
Right. I agree.
All right. If one of you will perform the feat, you swore an oath to protect this town. You can't save them all, but you can save some. Grim-faced, you pluck up a flaming torch from the ground. The rules text here just says, "Would you like to say any last words to the party?"
Ooh, do you have your last words? Slug's last words.
I think my last words are just going to say, like, "Finally, I am victorious."
Okay, I like that.
So that's his whole thing. He's a failure.
Yeah, that's true. Finally, he can make purpose with his life.
Yeah. Hefting my weapon, I raise the torch aloft and charge back into the breach. The beast, seeing the flame hurtling toward it, withdraws for a moment, and that is all you need to dart down a side alley. The mighty creature rears up and crushes a terrace of houses before clawing its way after you. After me, I guess I had done that in first person here, huh? I hear the rest of the free company making good their escape, not wasting a second of the precious chance I've bought them. The beast thunders behind me, but I am oddly peaceful. I make it 100 paces before it reaches me. People spend all their years trying to find a meaning to life, and I find it now in a good death. See,
Wow,
it was right.
that
It was
was
right for
That was
Slug.
great.
Yeah. Under instructions, it says your Oathsworn dies. Create a new level 3 Oathsworn using the quick leveling system in the rules. Your free company gains a free company trait. Record your choice on the free company sheet. And we will add city event card 16. So I'm going to do that now, and then I think we can remember to do the rest probably between videos here,
Sure.
right? So, city card 16 to the city event deck.
Wow.
Interesting. I wonder what that could represent. Okay. Read us Beyond the Wall.
You press into the Deepwood as Bastogne dies. The walls are broken, as are her people. Screams and wails saturate the air, an anthem of death rolling from Bastogne. You turn to see it one last time. Men hurl themselves from the walls, claiming their own lives before the monsters can. Great fissures swallow sections of the wall. The titanic beast continues to pound the city to dust. You press on. All Oathsworn gain a redraw token.
I guess the three of you can.
That's right. Well, technically your new Oathsworn would get one too. So we
Oh,
can
I
keep
guess
track
so.
of that
Okay,
here.
yeah. We'll put it here. Yeah.
You put distance between you and the city. Around you, clusters of people dive through the underbrush, only to disappear moments later, followed by a thing of nightmare. There is no wire road. There is no path. Your weapons sing as you slice through vines and roots. Mud, blood, and tears wash over every survivor who's made it this far. If you have the Grey Cane ally card, which I believe
We do. Yeah.
if you have the Midge ally card. Oh, wow, okay. After a time, the noise of destruction dims to the sound of your heavy breathing and the footfalls of the party. You stop and take in your surroundings. And actually, I should just hand this back to you. So I'm in the second paragraph.
The party looks ragged, and Grey Cane has his arm around Bram's shoulders as the man weeps into his hands. Oh, that's right, because it knows they came together.
Yeah.
Chin up, mate. It's not as bad as your root porridge. If we can survive that, we can survive this. Bram lets out a single snotty laugh. Grey Cane continues. Survive, for them. While you live, Bastogne lives. Keep on. Grey Cane leaves the man and walks over. People need to know what happened here. We have to reach Vroom. Thankfully, your lifeline is still with you. You look down at your compass. You know Varun lies to the southeast, but you could miss it by miles if you don't find the wire road.
Ooh.
A sudden noise whips your head up. Not one noise, but many noises. The party gathers around you and you steady your breath, ready to receive an attack. A large group of people burst from the underbrush, flailing and clutching at bags of supplies and belongings. There are at least a dozen civilians. They're terrified. Catching your eye, a woman rushes toward you. Help us, please, it's coming! You're about to ask what when... Perform a survival check. You're about to ask what when you perform a survival check.
Alright, well...
Thera does have tons of redraws.
Sure. How many does Thera want to draw?
Yeah. Oh, I guess your bear has 5.
My bear has a bunch too. Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like the bear would be the
okay.
Our survivalist.
That's fair. I will take 4 cards.
Okay.
I'm thinking that these are all 1s and 0s. There's no 2s in here, so probably there's at least 1 2 in here. Blank.
Okay.
1, 2.
Well, I guess
So
as long as that redraw is not a blank, which it obviously has to be not a blank.
There we go.
Okay. And a crit. We succeed. All Oathsworn gain a battle flow token.
Okay.
Gnarled branches begin to sway. Not the wind. Something else. You press your ears to the nearest sickly tree. The vibrations. You know what this is. Reveal the encounter special rules board. Mark the special rules box for Chapter 3 on your free company sheet.
So that's this one here.
Okay.
Worm. Large and immune to knockback.
Okay. Wow. This has a lot of text on it.
There's a lot of text on this. I've not looked at this.
Okay. Well, we'll read it.
Yeah.
And unless we have to make any decisions, it seems like it's critical that we understand about like how it moves. Then we will keep reading. Nobody move! You cry. The free company immediately comply, as do most of the civilians. Not enough, though. One man panics and begins to run for a tree. The vibrations intensify. The earth around you churns as you feel the immensity of it moving beneath your feet. The earth around the runner bulges upward, and serrated tusks burst from the ground. The man screams as he plummets into a great maw, and the worm rises. The head extends 15 feet from the ground as the eyeless mass of pallid flesh turns toward the group, hungering. It cannot see you, but it can sense your presence. Record how many rations you have on your free company sheet, then lose the tracker token. Okay, so we have 8. We don't have a pencil out, do we? Okay, so we'll do that at the end. Place all your refugee tokens, the time tokens and location tokens, in the free company bag.
Okay.
If you have the mystery chest, open mystery box 3. It's time. You've been hyping this up.
I'm psyched about this.
Oh, it's in parts, right?
It is in parts. So here's the head of the worm.
Oh, wow.
And then here's...
Oh my gosh. Okay. It's in 3 pieces. As we have like head, body, and tail. Let's get an overhead look at this. That's pretty epic.
It's pretty cool,
That's
right?
amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And it's like underground.
Yeah.
So you can
I can see I can see from the shape of the bases that like, okay, they'll each take up 3 hexes.
Yeah.
But beyond that, yeah, hard to know how it'll work.
Yeah.
But we have a book to read about it. So.
Right.
Damn, that's cool. And well painted.
Thank you.
As always. Yeah, that looks great. Then the next button is Chapter 3 Encounter, where the instructions just says, after the encounter, continue to the epilogue. We have some art here of what we're looking at in mini...
Yeah.
Again,
this is much more just flesh colored.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I feel like it should have a cool jungle color.
The blue... what do you call those?
It's called tusks.
Tusks, that's right. The blue tusk stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
It gives it a pop. Yeah. Very cool. Whew. That was fun. I have never been presented with a choice like that in a campaign game.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That was
very exciting.
I guess I've seen it in one-off games, like Arkham Horror the board game asks you to lay down your life, that type of thing. Never in a game where you're like, you've been invested in your character across
hours.
The campaign so far.
Yeah.
Whew. All right.
Poor slug.
So before next time, I need to roll a new character. New Oathsworn needs to step in to replace the penitent after his brave sacrifice.
Yeah.
And we will also... There was one more thing, right?
We have to record 8 rations on the sheet.
And we gained a free company perk, so we'll decide what that is.
And we'll learn how this worm works.
Wow, we traded our friend, our valued party member, for Check mark. And an epic story moment.
And an epic story moment, yeah.
And who knows what all would have happened had no one stepped up.
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, well, in real life, we are going to just start a new recording and pretty much play this encounter. So I'm super stoked.
I'm excited.
For you watching, the next video will be up in. I don't know exactly on what timeline I'm releasing these as we're pre-recording several of them, but subscribe to the channel, make sure you don't miss it. I'm really excited to see what happens with. Is it the worm or just worm?
It just says worm.
Just worm. Yeah. I mean, I guess the last one we called it the satyr, so maybe this is the worm.
Yeah, we call it the worm.
Or just a worm.
It could be.
How many of them?
I bet there's more than one worm.
Probably. Sure. Yeah. It does. Nothing really has implied that any of the creatures we've met yet in the Deepwood are like one of a kind.
Right.
They're all just like, this is why you stay out of the Deepwood.
Right.
You
might come into a worm.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, and I'm just realizing, I really thought that I guess it makes sense since this worm, while gigantic, is not large enough to just trample a city wall. I guess it makes sense that the monster that destroyed Bastogne was not our encounter. But in the middle of that story section, I thought it would be.
Right, and you were asking to reveal it, and I was realizing, no, that's not what this
is.
So I was like, the minute they said it had a claw, I was like, okay, that's something else.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. I wonder if we'll meet that someday.
Maybe. Maybe, hard to say.
Sweet. Yes. You can catch us soon for part 3, for Encounter 3. You can always catch Jordan on many of the episodes of the Game Brain podcast.
Right.
Yeah, check that out wherever you listen to podcasts, and we'll see you soon. Till then, be optimal.